Alright, so in grammar, what have y'all been talking about with Miss Tate?
There's two things. One is like
Starts with a P.
Prepositions.
Prepositions. Okay? Can you give me some examples of some prepositions?
Wait, yeah.
Just name them all.
Under,
across,
at,
in,
over,
after,
beside, by.
before, in,
Good. Good. Alright, so you got the idea, right? Alright, so to prepare for your test, we're going to do a little practice. So put your name, and we're going to do the left side first. We'll do a few of them together, and then you can do some on your own as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first, who wants to read what's in the box for me?
Oh, sure.
Alright, Mariana.
A preposition shows the relationship between the noun or the pronoun and other words in the sentence. The relationship may show what, when, where, how, or how. Some common prepositions are above, across, after, around, at, before, beside, down, for, in, on, to, under, up, with. Do you want me to read the examples?
Wait for the examples. Alright, so, a preposition shows the relationship between what?
A noun
A
and a
noun and a
pronoun.
pronoun.
A noun or pronoun, and
And another words in sentence.
yes. Alright, so, the relationship might show what?
Why? Wait, no. What?
What,
When, where.
and how.
Good. Okay. Now, read the example. You can keep going.
Oh, examples. A dog naps after his meal.
Okay, so what's the preposition in that sentence?
After
After, okay? After what?
his meal.
His meal, okay? Read the next one, Allison.
The note is on the table beside the lamp.
Okay, what's your first one?
On
what?
Beside the
On the
lamp.
table.
On the table, okay? And what's your second one?
Beside
Beside what?
The
the
lamp.
lamp.
The lamp, okay, good. Alright, so, number one. Nobody, will you read that for us?
We went shopping with our friends.
Okay. And what is our preposition?
With.
Good, okay? With who?
Our friends.
Our friends, okay? So draw an arrow to our friends. That way you know what your preposition goes with. Alright, number two. Allison, read the sentence for us.
We walked under the trees which were shedding their leaves down the path. Under.
Okay, what's our first one?
Under the
Okay, under what?
The trees.
Okay, so you're going to underline under, and then you're going to draw an arrow to the trees. That way you know what it's talking about. Okay? And then what's our second one in that sentence?
Down.
Good. Okay, so you're going to underline
Down.
and down where?
The path.
Good. You're going to draw an arrow to the path. Alright, do 3, 4, and 5, and then stop.
Okay.
And then we'll go over it.
Okay.
us.
The leaves fell around me as they drifted to the ground.
Okay, what's your first preposition in that sentence?
Around.
Around. Okay, what'd you draw your arrow to?
To leaves, I think.
To me.
Please
Oh.
follow.
Me. Around who? Around me.
Oh.
Good. Alright, and what's your second?
2.
Okay. What'd you draw your arrow to on that one?
To the ground.
Good. Ground. Alright, number 4, Mariana.
Oh, at the store we found the muffin mix above the regular sugar.
Okay.
Flour.
What's your first preposition?
At
At.
the store.
Good. Alright, what's your second one?
The regular.
Above.
Oh, above and regular flour.
Good. Do we all get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, and number 5, Allison.
You found the blueberries in the next aisle beside the grapes.
Okay, what's your first one?
The
Yeah.
side,
In
And what did you draw your arrow to?
the next aisle.
Good. Alright, and what was your second one?
Beside the
Beside. And you drew your arrow to a what?
The
grapes.
The grapes. Good. Alright, we all got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, any questions on that part?
No,
Ma'am.
Good. Alright, number 6. Who wants to read the directions for 6, 7, and 8? Alright, Nevaeh.
Well,
Read the directions first.
complete each sentence with a preposition that describes the relationship in parentheses.
Okay. Alright, now read number 6.
We'll go home on the bus blank the club meeting is over.
Okay.
When?
Alright, so it needs a preposition telling when.
After.
After. Good.
Good job.
Alright, number 7, Mariana.
The cat was hiding where the bed.
Please excuse this interruption.
Oh,
We need for the high school students that are here to come to the lobby. For the high school students that are here, come to the lobby.
the cat was hiding blank the bed.
Okay, and what's in parentheses?
Under.
Oh,
Where?
Where? Okay, and you said
Under.
under. Good. Alright, number 8. Alright, number 8, Allison.
the class is doing dinosaur models. Blank, wire, and paper.
Okay, what's in parentheses?
How?
How?
How? Okay, so how are they building?
They're making
With.
with.
They're building it with wire and paper. Alright. Y'all good on that?
Yes.
ma'am.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Look on the next side.
Can I read?
Alright. Who wants to read the example in the box?
Allison said me.
Alright, Allison.
A preposition is how in the absence of example. Oh, it is a lot of examples.
You can just read the example because it says the same information as the other box.
Okay. Example, cat walked through the narrow doorway.
Okay, what's your preposition?
Through.
Through what?
The narrow doorway.
Good. Alright, so the directions for the first half says circle the preposition in each sentence and underline the noun that relates to the preposition. Okay, so number one.
In. Oh.
Hold on, let's read the sentence first. Read it for us, Nevaeh. Ricardo.
Appeared in the schoolyard.
Okay, what's your preposition?
In.
Okay, so what are you gonna do to the in?
Circle.
Circle it. Okay? And the noun that relates to the preposition is what?
The schoolyard.
Schoolyard. So what are you gonna do to schoolyard?
Underline.
Alright. See what we're doing here?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, go ahead and do 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Good?
Yes.
Alright, number 2, Mariana, read the sentence for us.
He had news about a snowstorm.
Alright, what's your preposition that you circled?
About.
Good. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
Alright, and what's your noun?
Snowstorm.
Snowstorm. Good. Alright, number 3, Allison.
The school buses were parked behind the gym.
Alright, what's your preposition?
Behind.
Behind. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
Alright. And what's the noun that you underlined?
Gym.
Good. Alright, number 4, Nevaeh.
We were sent home after lunch.
What was your preposition?
After
Alright, and your noun was what?
lunch.
Lunch. Alright. Do we all get that?
Yes.
ma'am.
Good. Alright, any questions about that part?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Alright, the directions for the second half says write the correct preposition on the line to complete each sentence. Then underline the noun phrase that relates to the preposition. Okay, so we'll do the first ones together. Number 5. Allison, will you read it for us?
Yeah. We read an article blank about the Great Blizzard.
Alright, so you've already said the preposition. What's the preposition?
About.
Alright, and what are you going to underline? About what?
Great Blizzard.
The Great Blizzard. So underline the Great Blizzard. Alright, go ahead and finish the rest of that.
It looks like it's gonna rain because the phone is falling.
Alright, we ready?
Yes.
Alright. Number 6, Mariana.
It started blank March 11/1888. I put on.
Okay, do we agree with her? Good. And what did you underline?
March 11, 1888.
Good. Do we all underline the same thing?
Yes.
Perfect. Alright, Nevaeh, number 7.
The snow kept falling for 2 days.
Okay, and your preposition was what?
4.
4. Do we all get the same preposition?
Yes.
Good. And what did you underline?
3 days.
Do we agree?
Yes.
Good. Alright, number 8, Allison.
The river was coated with thick ice.
Okay, and your preposition was
With
with. And what did you underline?
thick ice.
Do we all have that?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Alright, number 9, Mariana.
People were able to walk blank on the frozen river. I put on
Okay, and what did you underline?
the frozen river. Wait, frozen river.
Do we agree?
Yes.
Good. Alright, and the last one.
But I'm also on number 9. I was thinking of across because people were able to walk across the frozen ice.
Right, because if you can walk on something, you can walk across it, right? If I can walk on the floor, I can walk across the floor, right?
Mhm.
So, out to the side, you can either draw a little arrow, or however you want to do it. You can also add across, because that is also correct. Okay? Alright, number 10, Nevaeh.
Some snow drifts lasted until 4 days. July 4th.
Okay, and what was your preposition?
Until
Until, and what did you underline?
July 4th.
Do we all agree?
Yes.
Good. Alright, do we have any questions about any of it?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
How are you feeling about your test you're gonna take?
Good.
Feel confident?
Yes.
You gonna take it home and study it?
Yes.
Okay. Because from looking at your test, there's a lot of similar questions. Okay?
Okay.
So take it home, study, study, study. Okay?
Okay.
Practice. Make new sentences if you need to.
Okay.
Give yourself plenty of options, okay? Alright. So, any questions?
No, ma'am.
You can fold it, put it away,